everyone. Hi guys, I am Rebecca from ChemKnits, and today I am going to be unboxing not one, but two different KnitPicks orders. They contain new to me bear yarns. They've released in the last couple months, they've released a few new yarns. One I think was part of a existing line already, but they've released some new yarn lines and some new bear yarn bases. And at the very least, I wanted to give them like a nice field test and see if they seemed similar to something they've released in the past or what, so that way I could share that with all of you. Now these boxes, sometimes the boxes have like KnitPicks tape or something on the outside, and this didn't, so I decorated it myself. And the box says small box. Yeah, they're fairly small boxes this time. In general, I always make sure I hit the shipping minimum with KnitPicks. I cannot honestly remember the last time that I have paid for shipping. So I frequently will like save things in my cart until the next time I make an order. And there are a few things that make me really jump to order right away. Sometimes it's a freebie or a coupon, but I still have a lot of bear yarn right now. And so yeah, the volume is smaller, but also some of these bases are a little more expensive than some of the other ones. Yes, but it definitely does say small box. Is the other one? This one is called Tall Book. It's the size of the second box. There is a sale going on right now with some cool freebies. I believe, and I'm double checking, I believe if you spend $25, you can get a free book. And I'm trying to pull that up to double check. I think it's a free KnitPicks exclusive book. There's like a limited selection. Yeah, so you get a free KnitPicks exclusive book with a $25, whoa, focus on me, with a $25 minimum purchase. And the coupon code is, which just carouselled away from me, Book Bonanza. But that's all on the main homepage, knitpicks.com. If you are interested in going straight to the bare yarns, my affiliate link is in the video description and iCard. So as a KnitPicks affiliate, I do earn commissions if you use my link, but I did purchase all the items that I'm unboxing today myself. And yeah, you are under no obligation to use my links to access any of the sales or anything that I mention. And now I need to make sure I can see the comments again. Yes. All right. Let's start with the big one because this one is older, and the top was actually a tad bit broken, but and I will say I do use box cutters when I open these up, and I've never damaged anything, but I always make sure to go through really, really shallow because, well, you wouldn't want to not go shallow. And to be honest, one thing that delayed me in opening this box is that I have been using it to for other unboxings and stuff to set my like little phone tripod on top of it, and so it's been really useful. So I hadn't opened it yet. Right now I'm like, it's really high up because I'm using the box from the unboxing I did yesterday. All right, and I'm not looking at my packing slips so that way I don't remember what I got. It was fun and exciting in this one, and oh, funny. So I was like, oh, I'm opening this upside down, but clearly it was the way they packed it, because there's some packing paper down at the bottom, and all of the goodies are in this large plastic trash bag, which are nice to reuse in your home. But man, this really is a small, and I guess I decorated this, so I'll leave it over here. This really is a small KnitPicks order for me. If they had to put packing paper in it, oh my. Okay, ooh. So what do I have here? Oh, okay, so this is this is one of the new yarn bases. This one is called Superwash Merino Twist. It is 100% superwash fine merino wool. And how many plies is it? okay, it looks like 3-ply. It's like a 3-ply high twist. So if you look at the actual sort of yarn itself, I'm not sure how focused it'll be. You can tell that the twist is pretty dense. Yes, and here's another way you can tell. Oh, I guess this is fine. It's like a heavy worsted weight yarn. There's 149 yards per 100 grams. And, you know, it feels denser than Swish. So it feels like it's definitely, yeah, it looks springy, but I imagine that this would glaze really, really, really nicely. It's really soft. Of course, my hands are like really dry from winter. Yeah, and so but I like it. It smells good. It's got beautiful, beautiful drape. So if you wanted to use it for a scarf, I mean, check out how drapey that is. I'm curious if they say anything else about it. Wait a minute. I'm confused. I thought this was going to be a DK. I am really confused because on the website, and I'm screenshotting this right now, it says Bear Superwash Merino Twist DK weight. That's why I was confused, because I didn't think I was ordering like a heavier weight yarn. And I'm going here and seeing what it says on the page. Yeah, I think that it's miscategorized on the website. So I guess I'll be calling KnitPicks customer service to let them know. I mean, 149 yards per 100 grams is really, really low for a DK weight yarn. I was expecting a DK weight yarn. So that is good to know that, you know, the label, I'm believing the label on the yarn more than the label on the website. And I will say it does feel like, you know, thicker. I should have realized that if I had paid attention to the yardage, but I didn't look at the yardage in advance. So this is why, funny, I don't think I've ever really found a mistake on their website. I found some things that were like heavily discounted, but oh my, did I only get one? Okay, I guess I only got one of these. Okay, so here is another newbie. This is Revere, or wait, yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it. Words and stuff, it's not a strong suit. I'm very much a math science person. Okay, so this, look at that fuzz. This is a worsted weight, 80% baby alpaca, 20% acrylic yarn. And this is a fuzzy, fluffy beauty. This feels, yeah, I was gonna say it feels kind of heavy. I mean, it's so fluffy, it almost looks like it's more than 100 grams. There are 274 yards in 100 grams. It's worsted weight. And I'm a little nervous about dyeing it because if you look at that halo, I'm worried that it could felt. I don't think I've ever felted alpaca, but oh man, this is just beautiful. And this is just screaming to be near your face. But with the acrylic content in it, I think it could actually, well, my guess is if you use it for mittens, it would probably pill, just because of the like halo on it. But yeah, it definitely can like hold up like to some wear and tear because it's got that acrylic in it to strengthen it. But this is really, really beautiful. And I don't think I've seen one quite like this from them before. They definitely have had yarns with halos and stuff, but they've been smaller. Like this halo is just like delightful. Doing like a lacy scarf or something, you would get that halo through the lace. Like it could be really, really beautiful. And probably a fast project to make too, but it is just so soft. So soft. Yeah, so that is really, really nice. And then the last thing that I got in this first order, because it was on goodbye clearance, I'm not sure if there's any more, but I liked it so much that I wanted to make sure I had more. I haven't decided what I might do with it, but I got 3 more hanks of the Shimmer Bulky yarn. This one is 70% baby alpaca, 30% mulberry silk, and this is a yarn that I believe the lace weight is probably sticking around, but I mean, check out this drape. Like, it is just beautiful, and I've loved knitting with it. I've knit with the lace weight. I think I knit with the lace weight in black, and I love it. Yeah, the Revere is like so soft and squishy. So I'm not sure if this is still in the clearance goodbye section. The way that you can find yarns that are on sale is that if you're on the KnitPicks website, along the top header, there is a tab in red that says sale, and then from there in sale yarns. And that's how you can usually see like what is in sale or clearance. Not all the sales always show up under that tab, but yeah, so that's sort of the way that you can usually find things. And I totally lost my box cutter. Oh, okay. Haha. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, it's the last day of the month. Today is the last day of the month, and so it's the last day that the whole gloss line is 20% off. And I believe that includes like the dyed versions, but for undyed, definitely the roving counts in that, because you'll see that in a moment. And then there's the gloss fingering and bare gloss DK. There are gloss lace. Oh wait, I thought the roving was on sale. When I bought it, it was on sale. Oops, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. No, the gloss roving is on sale. It's just not listed under the monthly yarn sale tab. If you search for gloss roving, then it'll show up. But it's the same, like it's the fiber base. I saw a question. What yarn would you recommend for a beginner indie dyer? Well, it honestly depends on what you like to knit with the most. So the bases that I use the most often are KnitPicks Wool of the Andes, KnitPicks Stroll fingering weight yarn, Hawthorne fingering weight yarn is a new favorite, and Swish, which comes in DK, worsted, and bulky. The Wool of the Andes also comes with a superwash version that I don't use as often, but those are sort of my core yarns that I always buy in multi-packs and that I always have around in the house. Oh goodness. I'll get to that next question in a second. So I guess it depends on what you like to knit. If you're a sock knitter, then go for Stroll. Like, it's a great one. Or even Hawthorne. But I guess it's like so superwash yarns absorb color a bit faster than non-superwash yarns, and I have a lot of videos doing side-by-side comparisons of those. So depending on the kinds of effects you want to play with, those all sort of are great options. I consider Wool of the Andes like a workhorse yarn. I have it in probably like 20 like commercially dyed colors in my stash at all times, because I might need it for a little bit of a project. Felici is a delightful sock yarn. It's a little more expensive than Stroll, but I love dyeing it a lot. What's the difference between superwash and other? Superwash yarns have been treated usually chemically, so that way the yarns won't felt. So that way you could wash it, say, in the washing machine without shrinking it completely and getting a piece of felt. If I was going to toss 100% wool in the washing machine, then it would turn into like a hat, would turn into like a toy hat or something. And so whatever that process is, I found that superwash yarns do absorb color significantly faster. But if you're planning on dyeing with food coloring or acid dyes, you definitely want a protein-based yarn, and I recommend wool-based because again, that's one of the like fastest and easiest to dye. Alpaca and silks kind of slow down the process a bit, and you can still definitely play with it. I've never actually, well, okay, in the undying video, I didn't ruin it. I kind of ruined the yarn. That's the closest I've gotten to really damaging the yarn, but I was doing something not really recommended. So there's that. And another question, how much food coloring do you use for 100 grams? And the answer is it depends on the color and what I'm trying to achieve. With, say, the Wilton icing colors, I will use a half teaspoon of Wilton's Violet food coloring to do my Broken Violet colorways. But with the black, I like to use a 1/4 teaspoon because it is more pigmented. But I think like the half teaspoon per 100 grams will give you a really saturated color, sort of like vibrant color. So that's sort of like a starting point, but different colors have, like ivory is a lot less pigmented than, and like creamy peach is a lot less pigmented than black. So yeah, that's sort of like the starting point. My pleasure. All right, this one is much denser, and this one has a few other goodies in it besides just yarn. But now, because I sort of spoiled it, I think that you guys know what's in here already. Ooh! All right, first freebie. When I knew that there was a new yarn line, which I'll get to in a moment, but when I went on the website and they had this like free pin or free mug promotion, I had to go for the cute little pin. And oh my, I love the like balls of yarn that they have on that backing. But I was really debating between this and then the like rainbow knit cloud, like the cloud that has like the rainbow knit coming out of it. That's one that I love, love, love as well. But I was afraid, I think I would miss this one more if I never got this ball of yarn sheep. So I'm very, very excited to add this to my little pin collection because I now love, love, love enamel pins. Oh no! Oh, well, okay. I ordered also, well, I think I was just shy of hitting the $50 for free shipping. And so I went and I got an iron-on patch for one of my favorites. I'm working on my PhD, project's half done. So that way, I'm not sure what I'll add this to, but I figured this didn't come as like a pin. So I was like, well, I need the patch. I'll put it on something or other. But, you know, given that, for those of you that don't know, I'm ChemKnits because I started all of this while I was in graduate school to get my PhD in biochemistry, which I did earn, even though my use of it has like shifted to yarn-based stuff, I suppose. But so I especially love the PhD stuff. But for some reason, there are two. I think they sent me an extra one by accident. But given that they're on clearance, I think that, yeah, wait, $240. I'm gonna have to go, I'll check on that. Ooh, oh yeah, shawls for soccer practice would be good. The other thing I got, because this is something that I do not have one of yet, whoops. Oh, funny. They just call them here sharp scissors, but they were listed as steeking scissors, I believe, on the website. And I'm opening this up because I am, oh dear, really, really excited. I thought that I might also use this for some like applique stuff with sewing maybe as well. But yeah, these are like nice, sharp, very pointy scissors. They come with this cover. Yeah, and so I am really, really excited and will be putting these up in my sewing kit. I haven't tried steeking yet. Steeking is when you knit something and then you're going to actually cut it and then turn that into like a hem or something. So it would be like if you knit a cardigan in the round, you knit a sweater in the round, but then you can cut the front and then tack the sides down to turn it into a cardigan. And this can be nice because it's easier to knit in the round than it is to knit flat. But a lot of times it involves sort of like doing some stitches down the length of it and then the dreaded cutting. But certain yarns stick to themselves well enough that you might not even need to stitch it. I don't know. I haven't tried it. It's very like mysterious to me, but it's definitely on my crafting bucket list. All right, now into the yarns. And we've got the smaller plastic bag. Okay. I've got two little, what do you call it? Bumps? I don't know what you call hanks still. I don't know. This is the gloss roving, which I have upside down, but you can, maybe you can see the light sort of shining on it. This is 70% merino wool, 30% Tessa silk top. And I've dyed it once on the channel. It is just beautiful. It is so soft. So soft. And I love spinning silk blends. I find that silk adds a nice strength, and especially when dealing with merino or something that might be a little bit shorter than some other types of wool, the silk just adds like a really nice strength to it, and it almost just, it sort of spins itself. It's really lovely to work with and one I really enjoy. And now the next new yarn, and this is new not just as like a bare yarn, but it's new, like there's a whole hand-dyed tonal colorway, hand-dyed other colorway, made in Japan, I believe. Does it not say? Yes, made in Japan. This is Muse. Muse is a single ply, 100%, and it's not focusing, sorry, 100% superwash merino. It's, again, heavy worsted weight, and this is beautiful. So this is a high twist. Let me open it up. Oh, let me tell you the yardage. We've got 114 yards per 100 grams, which tells you just how dense. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, this is so soft. It has a beautiful sheen to it. And honestly, of all the yarns, this one sort of feels a hair like hand spun. Just because it is a thicker single ply yarn. It is fairly consistent though, but the twist is high, and I tend to spin with a high twist. I think that this would glaze beautifully. And glazing is where you apply color to just the very outside of the yarn. And yeah, given that it's superwash, I think that this will be really fun to play with. It is unbelievably soft. I want more of it. Oh dear. I'm like, I want more of it, but I think that some of these new ones, and I'm just sort of pulling up the, oops, the Bare yarn. Okay, so Bare Muse is $12.99 for 100 grams. That's the full price. The new Bare Revere is $13.99 per 100 grams. And then the Bare Superwash Merino Twist is $10.99 per 100 grams. And so these all are, you know, ones that I would personally consider expensive. You know, a lot of the yarns that I dye, I believe that Stroll and Hawthorne are about $9 for 100 grams, but I buy them in bulk, so I get a 15% discount when I buy a pack of 20. So there's that. I'm not sure if these newer ones are available. I'm not sure if the new ones are available yet as 20 packs. The silk one, the shimmer bulky, it's really nice. I'm not sure. Let me see if there's still some left. The gloss is definitely on sale, and that's one that I like a lot too. I really like a lot of their silk blends. Okay, the Shimmer Bulky is still available. Full price, it was $19.99 for 100 grams. But it's now on sale for, I'm going to do the math. So it's 30% off on clearance at $13.99 per 100 grams. And so, yeah, it's kind of, I think that the goodbye means that this is going to go away and they're not going to bring it back, which is a shame because I really like this one. It's funny because when they released a bunch, like 12 new bare yarn lines, gosh, I'm not even sure if it was like 6 months ago, sometime in 2018. But there were a lot that were about $20 for 100 grams. And they were more luxury yarns, so that's why they were more expensive. And I completely understand that. But when I bought as many as I could to sort of like describe to all of you, I only got a couple of the ones that were around $20 just because they were that much more expensive. And I think I had left the Shimmer Bulky off the list because I'd played with Shimmer Lace yarn before. But this is a 2-ply, I think. Is it 2 or no, sorry, it is 3-ply. But it's a fairly loose twist. It's just so soft. I want it like by my face. I think I have a lot of them. There's this like long cowl that has like 3 different colorwork patterns on it that I want to dye some yarn for. I think I need worsted weight for that. And I've been debating if I'm going to do that with like Andean Treasure, which might be, I guess, a tiny bit light. Or, I mean, it would be really, really fun to do it with Muse. Oh, this is so soft. Oh no. Is the sound? I hope not. Oh, goodness. I can check. Well, that didn't really sound like it. The delay is really, really low when I'm on my phone, even though the new phone like plays with the focus strangely. But yeah, that's the haul that I got. It's a fairly small one. I've done some fairly big ones with like huge boxes, and I'm not sure why it still doesn't like focusing. But yeah, I am really, really excited. And again, I am perplexed by the Superwash Merino twist. I thought this was going to be a DK. It's a beautiful yarn. It is definitely different than Swish Bulky, which is also 100% Superwash Merino. And this is fine merino wool. So I think that it's got probably like a, like the smaller micron or larger. I think it's higher quality merino. Usually like fine merino versus just merino indicates something about the quality. I will be calling them to ask about this. Yeah, I will call them and ask about this, and then I'll let you guys know in the comments what they tell me. But yeah, I wonder if it says, no, it doesn't say in the packing list. But, okay, here's one other thing that's a huge bummer. Look at that. Okay, focus. I don't usually see like joins or knots in the yarn. This is a pretty bad one. Like this one is bad enough that I would cut it and join it. That is a real shame. Unfortunately, like knots and joins and stuff like that are, I guess, part of the industry. So I only get upset if there's like more than 2 in 100 grams. And I would say that I rarely find them in my KnitPicks yarns. Like I think, like if I'm doing a video and I see a knot in something, I mention it and I point it out because that's how rare it is. Like I'm honestly very surprised by that one. But again, like I so rarely come across knots that, and if I was listening to something in the shop and I knew there was a knot, I would disclose that in the video description. But I think like there's some standard for yarn, and I forget if it's like 1 or 2 knots. The only time I get upset with knots are if it's like a self-striping yarn or a gradient or some kind of variegated yarn, and the knot messes up severely the repeat. So whether like, you know, maybe it then like reverses it, or if it really like messes with that, then I get annoyed and upset. So KnitPicks doesn't ship to New Zealand. I know they ship to Australia. But I mean, New Zealand is obviously another country, but you know, it's a distance, and so I'm not sure. I guess the shipping differences. So I mean, I think that if they don't, you could always reach out and ask. But yeah, I'm not super aware about their international shipping, only to Australia. Yeah, well, I know you guys are super close to Australia. Actually, New Zealand is still on my list of places to visit. I lived in Australia for, I was in Brisbane for 5 months when I was in college, and I didn't have like the time to go and explore New Zealand, and I didn't really want to spend just 2 days because I felt like it would be, now it's a reason for me to go back. Oh, a friend inquired, they said they wanted, that's too bad. I don't think, it looks like that they inquired, and so then they don't. I'm not sure what reasoning, or, I mean, it's possible that they have like, distributor deal, like courier deals to get things to like the UK and Australia. So I'm not entirely sure. You're switching back and forth between me and the KnitPicks site. That is awesome. Yeah, again, here is my, oh, will it not let me? Nope, I have to copy it again. Here, I'm going to put my affiliate link in the chat that will take you straight to the Bare Yarns. Again, like, to use any of the discounts or anything I mentioned, you don't have to use my link, but you know, if you're going to be buying something, it is a nice way to support me as well. I one time got something for free. When they released their new subscription boxes, I reached out to KnitPicks and asked if they would send me one so I could review it. And it's really nice. And it really is, even with like some items on sale, was definitely worth the value. It's just, as someone who owns so much KnitPicks gear and stuff already, like, I don't personally necessarily need more needles or notions, unless it's something that would be like brand new. But they do have, I think they have one that has like new Sock Lab yarn in it each month and stuff that is like brand new to the website, which I think is really, really cool. Yeah, but yeah, who knows, maybe at some point it would be cool if I could get them. KnitPicks, if you're watching, if you want to like more officially sponsor something, let me know. I'm sure we can work something out. But I use your stuff. I mean, okay, I guess marketing wise, I use their stuff anyway. I've been using their stuff for about a decade. Hello? Hi. Oh, I'm live right now. What are you doing home? Okay. All right. I think that means that I am about to sign off. But the name of the silk yarn is Shimmer Bulky, and that is the one that I am in love with. Yep, it's real, guys, in real life. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this smaller sized haul, but I'm excited for some of my new goodies, especially my enamel pin. And yeah, when I find out the discrepancy with the merino twist, superwash merino twist yarn, I will add a pinned comment in this video description, or not the video. I'll add a pinned comment on this video. Gloss is another wool and silk blend that is 20% off right now. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. And yeah, I will happy end of February, and I'll chat with you all soon.